Yo, what's up everybody? It's a Bullet Brawl Thursday. This is the action you've all been waiting for. That's a pre-move capture, Holmes. That's how we do things downtown. Dr. Vakeman, who gets that reference? Ghostbusters. Oh, you're silly. Okay, I don't even remember the theory of this line that I'm about to play, but it should be fun. Should be a ton of fun. That's right, E6. Now I have to remember how to get to the endgame. I believe this is how I do it. The famous Caro-Kann endgame is what we are achieving here. And what is for sure is that this position is theoretically equal and doesn't offer a lot of winning chance for both sides, but it's open and dynamic and a little bit tricky perhaps for my opponent to play in bullet. So let's rely on those practical factors, even though my king is arguably just as exposed as his. What we'd like to do is keep as much tension on the board as possible and perhaps wait for our rooks to get on the 7th rank and take advantage of this baby. So he's going to give me this pawn with check, which I will happily take. Now I have 2 passed pawns. This C pawn will be the one that I will look to run home. Right? You are the one, Neo. This C pawn, you are the one. Neo, you are the one. Anyway, that was a great scene, right? When he finally figures out that he's the one. What am I talking about? This is a chess game, Danny. Focus. Okay. Rook A3 check. He's going to go Rook A4. He wants to repeat moves. Do I want a draw? Probably not, but I'm not exactly sure how to do anything otherwise. We'll call his bluff. Aha, he sees that he doesn't necessarily want the end game here. All right, but we'll come a little bit closer. Get a little bit closer now. Get a little bit closer now. Oop, why can't I move quickly? I don't have enough time to mess around here. There can't be any lollygagging here. Okay, so he is messing around. And so I will also mess around, because that's how we do things downtown. We're half hoping for the fact that we're going to win this game on time at this point. It's been a little bit of a gamble for us to even go for this type of position when it's pretty clear that theoretically the position should have been a draw. But we're relying on the fact that he doesn't have enough time to play the position out. That's what we're relying on. And we won. You see, that's the whole thing about bullet, is you look at the situation and you have to make an assessment as to whether or not you have enough time to knowingly misplay the position. I made the decision that I did have enough time and that I would beat my opponent on time. He's challenged me for a rematch, and I know I said that a lot of these bullet brawls would be all about the action and not about the facts of what happened. But I figure let's take a quick look. This is a Caro-Kann, and this is a pan-up Botvinnik attack. We actually have reviewed this in our chess openings playlist, I believe. And this variation here is known as the classical endgame. And it's theoretically not necessarily the best try for white to win. And I'm referring to the variations that occur with knight to f3. I think bishop to g5 is the more dynamic approach these days for white. And there's lots of sharp variations after d takes c4 and d5 and all kinds of stuff. But this variation here is pretty well-known theory, and I think that in this situation I'm supposed to trade queens unbiasedly. I'm supposed to trade queens on d7. I'm supposed to trade queens on d7 and then take on d5 and play against the isolated queen pawn here after castle's long. That would be the best, perhaps. But doesn't offer a lot of winning chances. It's one of the positions you can play if a draw is a safe result for you in a tournament, for example. But the variation I chose keeps the kings in the center at the risk of my own king becoming weak. But again, I said it was sort of a dynamic decision to make, and I hoped that it would work out based on that. And I forget exactly what happened here. But anyway, something like this. And he blundered the a-pawn, and biasly, this position probably should have been a draw with best play. Maybe I have decent winning chances with these 2 passed pawns over here. Excuse me, that's an error on the board, but with these 2 passed pawns over here. But unbiasedly, I think black is equal throughout the majority of this game, but as you saw toward the end, I made the decision to, the gamble, as they say, the roll of the dice that you can only do in bullet chess. But sometimes you have to have the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. You know what I mean? right? That's what you have to have, is right there in your heart. You have to have the Eye of the Tiger. I don't know the words to that song. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. See you around on Chess.com.